History remembers the conquerors, the warriors, the kings, but it forgets the most dangerous men of all, the ones who chose to vanish. Not out of weakness, but because they understood the game. While the surface world chases fame and attention, begging to be seen, and the architects feed on that desperation, engineering the noise, these men moved differently. They knew the deadliest strike isn't the one you see coming. It's the ghost hit from the shadows. Today, I'll show you how history's sharpest minds weaponized their own disappearance. Because when the surface world can't find you and the architects can't control you, that's when you become truly dangerous. Like this message. Leave your mark in the comments. And subscribe so you don't miss the next transmission. The Spartan ghost, Sparta, had two kings. Demaratus was one of them. Until the power brokers, rival bloodlines, political enemies, decided he was too dangerous to keep on the throne. They didn't kill him. That would have made him a martyr. Instead, they did something colder. They stripped his title, mocked him, made him disappear in plain sight. The crowds watched him fall and thought it was over. But Demaratus understood something they didn't. Being forgotten is a weapon, if you know what to do with it. He vanished from Sparta and reappeared in the court of Xerxes, king of Persia, Sparta's greatest enemy. While his former city mocked his name, Demaratus was studying their walls, their customs, their vulnerabilities. And when Persia marched on Greece, it was his voice whispering strategies into Xerxes' ear. He didn't come back as a king. He came back as something far more dangerous. Sometimes they won't break you with violence. They'll try to erase you with shame. Let them. Because if you learn to disappear with purpose, to observe, to adapt, you'll come back with knowledge they never expected. And by the time they see you again, it's already too late. Buried alive, Walter Dixon had only been married 5 days when he shipped off to Korea in 1950. A year later, he was declared dead. He'd been captured while trying to save fellow soldiers. But when a body was found wearing his field jacket, with letters from his wife still tucked in the pockets, the military stopped asking questions. His obituary ran in the local paper. His wife mourned, then remarried. The world moved on, but Walter Dixon wasn't dead. He was buried alive in a North Korean prison camp, and for 2.5 years he became something else. He escaped 5 times, was beaten 5 times, survived on rats, scraps, and pure will. Each failure hardened him. Each punishment sharpened the edge. By the time the war ended and Dixon returned, the man who'd left no longer existed. His old life was gone. His identity erased. And in its place, a man built in silence, sharpened by captivity, free from expectation. They thought he was finished. But death, or the illusion of it, gave him the one thing most men never get: a clean slate. When no one's watching you anymore, that's when you train in secret. Harden your mind. Reforge your identity. And when you come back, if you come back, you're unrecognizable and unstoppable. The man of many faces, Sidney Riley, wasn't even his real name. Born Sigmund Rosenblum in Odessa, he became something far more dangerous than a soldier. He became whoever the moment required. In Germany, he was a businessman. In Russia, a revolutionary. In London, a polished British gentleman. Each identity came with forged documents, fluent accents, and a meticulously built past. As a shipbuilder's agent in St. Petersburg, he gained Germany's trust and access to classified naval blueprints. For 3 years, he fed those secrets to the British. They never saw it coming, because they thought they knew him. But Riley's greatest deception wasn't the lies he told. It was making everyone believe they knew who he was, when in truth, no one ever did. Identity is a weapon. The more fixed yours is, the easier it is to trap you. But when you master controlled reinvention, when you can shift forms without losing the mission, you move through the world untouched. Stay visible, and they'll find your weaknesses. Stay predictable, and they'll write your ending for you. But if you become unreadable, you become untouchable. The body that lied, the Allies needed to invade Sicily. The Germans knew it was coming. So British intelligence did something unthinkable. They invented a man, killed him, and used his body to deliver a single lie. His real name was Glyndwr Michael, a homeless Welshman who died from rat poison. But to the Germans, he became Major William Martin of the Royal Marines. They dressed the corpse in uniform, loaded his pockets with love letters, fake receipts, and forged credentials. Then planted top-secret orders suggesting the Allies would strike Greece and Sardinia. Spanish authorities recovered the body and handed everything to German intelligence. Hitler believed the story without question. He shifted troops to defend the wrong coasts, leaving Sicily exposed. The invasion took 38 days instead of 90. Thousands of soldiers survived, all because a dead man told a story he never knew he was part of. Influence doesn't always require presence. When you control the narrative, even from the shadows, you control outcomes. The ghost who lived forever, Subhas Chandra Bose, was the kind of revolutionary empires fear most. Brilliant, uncompromising, impossible to kill. The British imprisoned him, exiled him, hunted him across continents. But Bose had already mastered the ultimate escape. He knew how to disappear without ever being forgotten. In 1941, he slipped out of house arrest in Calcutta, resurfaced in Nazi Germany, then vanished again, only to re-emerge in Southeast Asia, leading the Japanese-backed Indian National Army against the British in Burma. Then came August 1945. A plane crash in Taiwan. Reports of his death. But the timing was too clean, too convenient. Conspiracies erupted. Sightings followed for decades. A holy man in hiding. A strategist in exile. Official inquiries continued into the 2000s. And still, no confirmed death. Only whispers. Only legend. Bose may have died, but what he built was more dangerous than survival. A ghost the British could never capture, and a symbol they could never erase. Some men conquer nations. Others rewrite their own ending and live forever in the minds of those who try to bury them. Vanishing isn't retreat. Sometimes it's ascension. When the world thinks you're gone, but your name still moves people, that's power. You were taught that success is about being seen. Loud, proud, constant. But power doesn't live in presence. It lives in what's missing. While they fight to be noticed, the whispered order moves in silence. Disappear to reposition. Absence creates mystery. Silence confuses attackers. Distance makes them chase ghosts. When you master the art of vanishing, you don't just survive. You become untouchable. If you're ready to step out of the surface world and into the shadows, join the Whispered Order. Your first directive, file number 1, is waiting. And if you're ready to build discipline and strategy into your life, my handbook, Battle-Tested Wisdom, is your next step. like this message. Leave your mark in the comments. And subscribe, because the next transmission will take you even deeper